Hello everyone, today we're doing some more Lillia testing, and here's the deck list we are playing today. Nothing has changed if you've seen any of my other videos, but I figured I should share it, if there's any newcomers. For battlefields, we're on Black Flame, Abandoned Hall, and Duskrow's Lab. I've been liking all three of these. I think Black Flame and Duskrow's are definitely our best. If you were to change one, maybe Abandoned Hall, this could be played for something else. And then for deck list, we're on Blue Lillia, just because it's better than green. 2 On Guard, 3 Stupefy, pretty standard I'd say. 2 Charm, I feel like that's really all we need. We're not really holding too much, but sometimes we can move threats out of battlefields. 1 Defy, we're only on 1 because we're on the better counterspell, which is Lullaby. And it stops more threats, it stops Singularity, it stops Falling Star. The big blowout spells is what we're more concerned about. 2 Desert's Call, this is just another 2-drop and it pairs well with our Zillion. It makes an additional copy of it. 3 Discipline, 3 Ravenbloom. I like Ravenbloom more than the Pixie, just because this is overall just a better 2-drop. It gets way bigger early on. 3 Scuttle Crab. I've been liking this a lot. It gives us immediate card draw, and sometimes late game we just crash it into a battlefield, look at our opponent's hand, and then we can kind of plan our turn around what we see. 3 Sprite Fountain. This is one of the best cards in the deck. It just creates 2 sprites, and it's super good for just 2 runes. 3 Lullaby, as stated. It's just a counterspell, it stops anything, and then your opponent can't cast any spells for the rest of the turn. This card is super strong. 3 Sprite Call. 3 Trevor. Trevor is super strong if you can establish this early and get the hold off. This is a 3 mana, defend for 7, or 3 mana defend for 8 if you're playing Black Flame. 2 Sprite Burst. This card is super strong as well. It goes for games. Immediately creates 2 accelerated sprites. Sometimes you can just use it to clear battlefields as well. I've been liking this card a lot more. 3 Zillion. This is I think this is the bread and butter of the deck. Some people aren't on it, but I think this card is insane with Lillia. It just generates an additional sprite every time you create one. Obviously, it's only once per turn, but if I already have a Zillion on board and then I Sprite Burst, I'm getting a 5 mana, generate 3 sprites, so then I'm swinging in for 9, and that makes our Lillia Legend only cost 1, so then sometimes we're swinging in for 6 runes, 12 might. Zillion just puts in a shit ton of work late game. 1 Singularity, this is kind of a flex spot right now, I think. I just have this in here for the Vex matchup, or if we ever need to snipe units that are hard to get rid of. And then 2 Thousand-Tailed Watcher, because this card is super solid. And then for sideboard, we have 2 Bellows Breath, just pairs well with Thousand-Tailed Watcher, our second Defy, 2 Turn to Dust for Aurora and Gear decks, a third Thousand-Tailed Watcher, and then 2 Unchecked Power. This is for Vex and the big tall decks that have large units. And the cool thing is Vex, as far as I've seen, doesn't main deck Windwall or the new counterspell. They're usually just on Defy and not so fast, so they do not have a way to stop this card. It completely blows up their board, and then we can generate our accelerated sprites and then go for game. Yeah, here's the deck list. It's been working really well. In today's video, we did have an Ireelia matchup, and they were questioning whether or not Zillion made the sprites ready. I double checked with some friends, and I double checked the rulings as well, and Zillion does in fact make an exact copy of whatever token you're making. So when we make a sprite, when we make a stand soldier, it is an exact copy of it. The sprites come in ready. So you'll see a little cut in one of the videos later on. That is why I had to make sure that it indeed worked that way. Got to make sure we're playing correctly. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the games. Got an opponent. Howdy, howdy. What are we going up against? Kha'Zix. Cool. I like this matchup. It's fun. Let's reveal. They rolled a 16. We roll a 10. I imagine they're going first. Yes, sir. That is a pretty solid hand. I do like having Zillion, but we do run 3 of them. I kind of want to mulligan this to find a Discipline or a Defy or some sort of spell in defense. We've got a pretty good early game. We'll draw that. We will pass to our opponent. We found a charm, that's not bad. Spirit Wheel. Interesting. So pretty easy going first turn. I love starting off with Trevor. As soon as we get him online, we're looking solid. They're just gonna play their Kha'Zix. And that's when they choose a friendly unit, pay 1, draw 1. Okay. When you play this, you may move an enemy unit. They couldn't do that. When you move an enemy unit, you may exhaust this to stun it. Okay. We're gonna first go Hero Trevor. Score to 1. Now we could establish another Trevor here. Let's play Scuttle real quick and get our draw, see what we get. Another Sprite Fountain is solid. We'll tap 2 for Sprite Fountain. And yeah, we'll come here for our second point. We'll go to 2 and pass. I would like to hide Sprite Call here, but I don't want to go to a negative empower this turn. This is kind of an interesting Kha'Zix list. The Rengar. I was not expecting that to come out. And it's a 6. Yeah. That is cool. I guess we could have sent our Sprite here to prepare for that, but I was not expecting a Rengar to come out, to be honest. He's gonna buff the Rengar, so now it's a 7. Okay. Good Sprite and base from our Sprite Fountain. That dies in beginning phase. He's fully tapped. I think we can clear this Rengar pretty easily. So we'll send Scuttle Crab here first. We'll go to 3. And then when he can tap 1, on guard our Sprite. So it's at 5. And then we can tap 2. Another Sprite Fountain. This is 8. And then we can tap 2 more for Lillia. Create another Sprite. Come in for 8. 11. Kill the 2 3s, that's fine. We'll go to 4. And we'll pass. A Vex. Okay. Move a friendly unit, then move an enemy unit. Yeah, I don't have a define. That's good. Oh yeah, because this is a 3 now. You have to see what's in their hand from Scuttle. Two Ride the Wind, or Ride the Wind and 2 stack decks. Okay. Now we can charm this Vex back to base. We will have to pay Deflect 2, which is kind of unfortunate. Let's think about this. I mean, they're only at 2. We know they have no units in hand. We could just do that next turn. We could just establish in base right now. I don't think I mind that. We'll tap 3 for... Maybe it would be best to get rid of this Vex right now. When you move an enemy unit, you may exhaust this to stun it. Okay. Now we can tap 1, 2, 3. Maybe we do Lillia here. No, because we want... It's a tough decision. Sprite here. We'll go to 5. Tap 3 for Trevor. That Sprite call here. Pass. Now we're defending here for 12. Be pretty hard to get rid of. We know they have 2 stack deck and a Ride the Wind. They're gonna buff their Vex. Draw 1 off Spirit Wheel. So there's 2 unknowns. They can score with Vex, which is fine. We just need to hold here now. We have a good point advantage. Yeah, I'm tapped out, bro. Stack deck is good. Even if they find another Rengar or anything here, we can still defend over that. Okay, we'll hold to 6. Getting Scuttle Crab's pretty good here. We'll tap 2 for him and draw. Another Sprite Call's pretty solid. Yeah, but just keep defending here. We'll tap 3. Play Lillia in base. And we have 2 up for Discipline. They hold 4. They still have a Ride to Win and stack deck in hand. 4 unknown. The next turn we can crash Scuttle, look at their hand again. When I move, you may move an enemy unit here with less might. Ride the Wind. I'll react to move trigger. So now he's not less might. I'll draw one off discipline. Yeah, they kill the sprite. That's fine. I think right now we're looking pretty solid. We hold a 7. Or goes back to 3. He creates a sprite. Sprite burst is pretty solid. Unfortunately, it doesn't do anything against this Vex right now. But what we can do is some Scuttle here. Look at our hand. Okay, so they have nothing. We tap 1. On guard our Lillia. She goes to 5. Creates a sprite in base that's rested. There should be a trade. Yeah. GG, dude. Yeah, it was an interesting Kha'Zix build. I haven't seen any of them on Spirit Wheel or Blastcone. That's pretty cool. Looks like they're very movement based. But we just have way too much pressure early game with Lillia. As soon as you get the hold off of Trevor, it's pretty hard to clear this battlefield. But yeah, GG's. People have the craziest playmats in this game. Ireelia, alright. Let's roll our 20. They beat me by 1, a 4 and a 3. Classic. Not the best opening hand. I think we kind of want to keep a zillion here because I don't want to bottom deck 2 of them. But at least we found a 2-drop in Scuttle Crab. Not the worst. And we're playing to 9 on Aspirants. Let's get it. We were lucky and found the Trevor. We love Trevor here. We just play him and pass. Stellacorn. Pretty good. We're gonna go here with Trevor. We'll go to 1. We'll tap 2 for Scuttle. We'll draw 1. Watcher's always nice. Then I think we keep 3 up for either Discipline Stupefy or Lullaby Stupefy, and we'll pass. Boots, okay. Equip the boots. So he's at He's at 5. Yeah, we kind of just need to play discipline here. We'll go to 6. Okay. On guard puts him at 7. Then we pay 1 more. Make an even trade. Another on guard. Sure, that's fine, man. We still drew 2. They wasted 2 on guards. I'm fine with that. Sure. Move your Stella back. Oh, you're gonna go over here and get your second. Yeah, that works. Okay. Now we could establish Zillion this turn. He's got 1 up. Could have Defiant Dance or a 3rd on guard. I do really want to clear this Stella. Yeah, we'll go here. Go to 2. Play Zillion here. And it sucks we're going to tap out, but then... Okay, so we go to 3. I'm like, I've looked stuff up and it's telling me it enters ready. I don't see why not. You're making an exact copy of it. And we'll pass. But if anyone knows for sure, let me know. But I would assume so, that Zillion works that way. Second pair of boots. Okay, we'll score to 4. This sprite comes here. Discard. Play 1 here. This sprite will come to Aspirants. Okay, we'll go to 5. We'll pass. And here we created an additional Sand Soldier off of Zillion. Ireelia is coming out. Probably going to clear here, but that's fine. Zillion's been putting in work. We have Watcher or Sprite Burst next turn. Yeah, you can clear this one. You're good. It's going to re-ready it and come over to Black Flame, I imagine. Okay. That is fine. Take a look at his hand. So 3 counter spells, a rebuke, or no, sorry, 4 counter spells, a rebuke and charm. Okay. No buffs. So we could Sprite Burst, puts us down to 4. Yeah, I think we clear Ireelia this turn. We come here for 2. Go to 6. So Sprite Burst is 6 might. We have 4 runes left. We tap Lillia for 2. We have 9 might. Plus a Sand Soldier, that's 11. We swing in here. And then we counter whatever spell. 2 left with Lullaby. And then they have no units left. I think that's the play. Now they are not able to cast spells anymore. At least for the rest of this turn. Now this is 8. Spin our last 2. 3, 6, 9. Yeah, we'll just go in for 9. Go to 7. Oh, and they leave. Alrighty. Well, that was a good game. This was my first time playing against Ireelia with Lillia. Looks like their hand was a little unfortunate. They had a lot of protection, but no Zonias, no Guardian Angel, no way to protect their Ireelia. Lullaby completely shut out their turn there. Yeah, that felt pretty solid. Again, I'll look further into if Zillion makes the sprites also ready. I would assume that it does, and from what I was looking up online, it says it does. But you never know at this game. There's always weird rulings and rule changes, so I'll double check into that. But yeah, GG's. Lillia is still feeling really strong.